Good morning, and welcome to the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit reading. Today, I drew the unicorn. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago? The mind answers, maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. The unicorn and the sixth chakra. It's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the third eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called Ajna chakra, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and present, while this third eye peers into the future. Well, today I shall be the unicorn. Seeking spirit. Now, I don't think you have to seek. This is the paradox. You cannot seek what you already are, because you'd be redundant. You are the spirit. So my explanation to expand upon the unicorn is that your physical body is just your physical body. But there is something inside of your physical body. What is it? Who is it? This is why I spend time looking into my own eyes. Because I'm seeking that which resides within myself. I'll give you I don't want to call it crude, but an example. Have you seen the movie Venom? So, spoiler alert. Anyhow, Venom is something. Eddie is a body. Eddie discovers that he has this thing within him. And you noticed, if you watched the movie, you notice how he struggled at first to come to terms with the shock of having something inside of him. And things got better when he accepted there was something inside of him. And he formed a relationship, a symbiotic relationship. And Venom says something important. If you live, I live. And this is why I called that example crude, because it's based on a movie, but it is so true. It was true to me. When I saw that movie, I had to pause it because it resonated with me in that I too have something inside of me. We all do. Because if you have ever gone to a funeral, the body there does not have something inside of it that animates it, that gives it life. So this is the quest that we are on as unicorns. We seek to identify that which lives within us. Some call it God, some call it the higher self. It can't be named. Humans have names, and thus we've named everything else. But the reason why we can't get our minds around it sometimes is because it doesn't have a name. But because something does not have a name does not mean it's not there. So, you don't have to seek what you already are. You just have to come to terms with it. Because you're the one inside your body. You don't have to look for yourself. Stand in front of the mirror and there you are. But that's the thing, right? Here's what casts a fog over what you are. Society and society's expectations and society's beliefs cast a fog on what you already are. And this is why so many of us, because as we read before, we're seeking because we know there is something bigger and beyond, and that we're part of something. We know there is. Because if we didn't know, we wouldn't be looking for it and calling it all these names and thinking that it is religion. But if we followed the natural inclination of embracing what we already are, instead of allowing somebody to tell you what you are, I cannot tell you what you are. I can simply encourage you to accept that you already know. You just need to come to terms with it. So in other words, you're Eddie. Just come to terms with your venom. Because that's how we I say society, but society is a culmination of cultures and beliefs. Because we all seek to belong to somewhere, right? So this group will have this culture, that group will have a culture, and they all have a way of believing something. But that can be a large hindrance in our lives. And because we have those beliefs, we are no longer following the inclination to learn and see who we actually are. I mean, there is that line in the movie, because originally Venom's whole motive was to destroy. And Eddie asked him, well, why don't you want to kill me anymore? And Venom says to Eddie, because I like you. He grew to like him. And when I saw that, instantly I was reminded, what is inside of me only has my best interest to heart. Think about it. Remember, it's a symbiotic relationship. We're connected. That relationship ends when you die, because the soul goes back. It no longer needs a host. It no longer needs a body. But people can't get their minds around that, because we've done a really good job of creating an illusion that says, if you think there's something inside of you, then you must be possessed. But that is not the case. Hollywood has done a great job of tainting our minds. If no one had told you or showed you the movie The Exorcist, you wouldn't have to think of those things. But you cannot fear what is inside of you. Because what is inside of you is you. It's you. You are in there. And what do you want when you look in the mirror? You want to have a good day. You want to have a beautiful life. You want to thrive. So how can that be a catalyst for fear? The fear is not yours. And that's what I mean when I say some of the beliefs that we already have create fear within us, and we don't even question those beliefs, but they hold us back. So my encouragement today, not only for you but for myself, is to embrace fully. Embrace fully the beauty of what you are. You are not your physical form. Your physical body is the vehicle which you use to traverse Earth. That's your physical form. But what's inside the physical form? A spirit is inside the physical form. And that spirit is part of a bigger spirit. So today, instead of seeing yourself, we go to the store and there's a little hat that has a unicorn horn on it. I see lots of kids wearing them, actually. Some grown-ups too. We're all seeking to embrace our inner magic, Then fully embrace it. And you'll understand the beauty of what you actually are. Much love.